Hi all my happy scribblers and welcome back to the channel. This is Heidi and we are here to do an unboxing video. Recently I had a little bit of Mother's Day money given to me and so what else could I have possibly used it for other than some journaling supplies, art supplies, stuff like that. And so I made a big order, kind of big, from AliExpress, and I'm here to show you all what I got. So let's get started. I want to start with maybe the least interesting stuff first, and that might be this little pack of stickers here. I have my scissors ready to open things up, but actually this one has that kind that opens from the bottom, so I'm just going to open it up from there, and that way I can keep them in here when I'm not using them. So let's open them up and let's look at them. I've never gotten anything like this before, honestly, and so I'm kind of excited to see how I can put them to use in my journals and for tracking and stuff. Look at how pretty. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. These are really nice. I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly, but I think the size of them is perfect. I did make sure not to get some that are huge because I saw some that in the picture looked like they were this size, but they were like this big, and I didn't want those sizes, so I made sure not to get those. Look at this. This is really nice, and it's got like a, you know, a shiny background. Oh, also I should mention it is pouring rain right now, so if you hear thunder and rain in the background, that is what is going on. I have had such a lovely day, and I'm here with my little iced coffee that I made before it started raining. I baked my first loaf of sourdough that I have made in years today, and then it was like I got rewarded for that, and it just started raining, and it has been so lovely, and I've seen several rainbows already. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting there to be so many stickers. Okay, so here you guys can see, I want to just separate so you can see about how many dots there are and the colors. I love the palette. They are so pretty. So these are 5 by 6, so there's 30 dots on each little sheet. Oh, there's another one. There we go. And there's a lot of sheets. Most of the items that I ordered today, I'm not going to look up all the prices, but they were all ordered off of AliExpress, and most of them cost a couple bucks. Some of them less, some of them a few bucks, but honestly, I just wanted to build up my supply of little things like this. So there's that. Let's move on to the next item. Okay, so this one was not a couple bucks. This one was more like 7, I think, or even 8. And yeah, I'm not going to keep this one in the bag. So this one is, I hope, a nice paintbrush for watercolor painting. Oh my gosh, this is really hard to get off. Ugh, I don't know how to take this off. This is very hard. There we go. Okay, so it has like this little thing blocking it. There we go. And then there is the paintbrush. I'm so excited to use this. Just look at that. It's a size 2 Art Secret 65 RPY, whatever that means. So it wasn't the cheapest one, and it also was not the most expensive. These things can get really expensive. In case you've never bought one, there are some that cost like $30 for a brush, and I'm sure if you look around you can find much more expensive ones as well. But anyways, there is that. I cannot wait to use this. I am so excited. So this one is a little less interesting. This is just some watercolor paper squares. I believe it was a pack of 25 or 30, 12 by 12 centimeters. So far they look like they're pretty decent quality. They look like a good thickness, and you know, it's not a notebook. It's just loose little papers. So I thought this would be perfect for bullet journaling. I'll explain why later, why I specifically wanted to buy these. You'll understand in a minute. And then we have some pens. So I got 2 little sets. These are not expensive at all. I think they also were a couple dollars for each little pack. And I have actually tried a couple of them out because I was just so curious. And I really, really like them. I wanted to make sure that I got the really light gray to do like the shadowing on boxes and stuff on spreads. And it's perfect for that. So yeah, so I got these and I really like them. I'm not going to be keeping them in their boxes because we all know that that really doesn't last if you're actually using them. Eventually you get tired of taking them meticulously in and out of the little boxes, and then, you know, if I do that, I have to like make sure that all the little lids are pointing in the same direction so that within the package you're seeing the same sides of all of them. Oh my gosh, I may have a problem, people. But yes, here they are. They're really gorgeous. If you want to see how they perform and you want to see me using them, then make sure to subscribe and come back for my upcoming setups. I will definitely be using them. And something not so interesting, or, you know, not so exciting, some white gouache. Oh no, this is black. Lamp black. These cost, I think, $4. Gouache is expensive, kind of. I don't know why. But anyways, I got these. They're 32 milliliter tubes, and I got a white and a black because I already have a decent supply of colors. So I got a black and a white, and this is just a substitute because I have all of these that came in a set, and honestly I'm not even close to finishing them. And I've already run out of my white like twice. I had bought this little tube here, and it's pretty much finished. And I think I finished one of these, and this one is also almost done. And so I needed to get some of these, and so that was, you know, one of those boring but necessary supplies that I needed to restock on. So yeah, I feel like overall they were a pretty good price because they were 32 milliliters, and there were some that were like 12 milliliters for the same price. So hopefully these will be good. Here's another one that I am happy that I got, and it's not super exciting either, but I have actually never bought specific masking tape for painting. So yeah, just this skinny little masking tape here for any kind of painting that I will be doing. It's a pretty thin one. Don't usually need thicker, and I have yet to use it, so come back to see how well it works. And along those lines, I also ordered this, which I have actually already used today. I didn't really use it, but I let my little girls use it as they followed a tutorial on YouTube for watercolor paint because they got some grandma money and they decided to order watercolor palettes because they saw that I was ordering one. And anyways, I had ordered this. It's masking fluid. It says for gouaches and watercolor, gouaches, and inks. And so I used a tutorial from Rebel Unicorn on YouTube. I haven't done it myself, but I had my daughters do it today. And I had them do these little watercolors, and so this was one. And we did the little blobs to make the sheep, and they painted right over the top of them. So the way it works is you like put it on. It's a marker tip here, and then so I just like drew the little blobs on the paper and let them dry, and then they painted over them. And then when their paint was dry, they rub it off, and then they added in the little black details of their sheep, which got very interesting. Some of them look like maybe they're not feeling too well. Like this one's got its legs up in the air, and this one I'm not sure what's going on there. And this one may have gotten eaten by a wolf, I don't know. But anyways, they did these, and I think that they're adorable, and it worked out actually really well. So this has been proven, and there's a lot in here, so I think this should last me for quite a long time. So far, so good. It is working really well. And then I have a actual watercolor pad. I want to expand my watercolor abilities, and I could also use this for gouache, so I'll probably be using it for both. So it's 30 sheets, A5 size, natural white, 200 GSM. They're pretty thick papers. Yeah. Again, come back if you want to see me use this and try it out. I plan on doing that pretty soon. And then I got these two, which I specifically plan to use together. So this one is a really small watercolor book, and it's got 58 sheets. It's 80 by 80 millimeters, and I couldn't resist. This is just so cute. So the plan for this is a series on my channel. I will be filling this up, and therefore I needed some really fine paintbrushes. I've never had any that are this fine, so I ordered these along with it. I plan to use the masking fluid, the masking tape, and my new watercolor paints, as well as gouache paints, to fill this little notebook up. And I want to make it a, like, every single page be a completed work of art. So actually do finished pieces, no like half done stuff. And that's kind of why I got this one, because I figured in this one I can learn, and then I want to make this one just be beautiful and satisfying to flip through. And I figured it wouldn't be too intimidating since they're small little pages, and I plan on doing lots of landscapes and stuff like that. So this was a cheap pack of paintbrushes. These are not like great quality, I know, but I needed some that were gonna be really small. You can see how tiny that is. It's like really small. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that they work out well. Again, come back to see how they perform. Okay, so I think that we are down to the last group of items, and I'm just gonna show you them all at the same time. Oh, dropped one. There's too many. Okay, you guys, I love washi tapes, and I love them so much that I'll get one pack and I will make it last sometimes for years and years, because I just don't want to run out, which kind of defeats the purpose of having them. So I decided to order a whole bunch of these in palettes that I liked, and that way I wouldn't be afraid to use them, hopefully. And I picked colors that I feel like are going to go in with my new setup for my new bullet journal for the second half of 2025, which I'll be showing you in a minute. So let's open these up though, and let's look at the colors. I've been having so much self-control trying not to open everything up, because I have yet to get my watercolor palette that is, whoa, don't mind the Mexican fireworks. For some reason they do this every time that it rains. Anyways, so what I liked about these was that they all come with a patterned piece and then solids, and I actually really love solid washi tapes, especially in these tones. So I'll open this one up first because this one has the most. It's 20 pieces, and let's see, I don't remember how long they were, but I did check the length of them, and they seemed to be pretty, oopsies, they did seem to be pretty decent. These ones are all the same sizes, and they're just this very delicate purple pinkish tones. I thought I might regret if I didn't get something that was girly, because most of what I got was like green and blue tones. So there's that one, and let's see this one. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. This is like sunset tones. So pretty. Let's see how thick they look on here. There's that. So you see this one's got little squares on it, and then there's 2 of them that are thicker, and the rest of them are this thinner size. So they don't have like a ton on here. Oh, here it says the length. It says 1 centimeter by 3 meters. So each one is 3 meters, which in my mind is a lot. And maybe it'll prevent me from having them for so long that they stop being sticky. And I can, actually use them. Okay, so there's those ones. And then this one says, violet. The first one said purple. This one says blue stone. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I love these tones so much. Oh. Okay, so basic pattern tape. All of these are basic pattern. And then this one says ocean. Look at the colors. So pretty. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love them so much. Cannot wait to do spreads with these colors. This one says purplish blue. I love them. Oh my gosh, I really, really love them. And I couldn't get those without getting a really green pack. Oh, there was more fireworks. Really green pack. Fireworks and lightning at the same time. This one is forest. And this one says purplish blue. And then I only got 1 roll of this. And I'm really curious to open it up and just feel it. This is like aspen, and I love aspen. And I figured I would save this for some time that I want to do a really pretty summery layout, and I might not have that much time to do artwork myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel it back. It looks like it just has a piece of masking tape holding it down. So that's why I'm curious, because I think it might be actually like kind of like a sticker roll. Yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, it's like a sticker roll, and then you can just peel it off here, which I'm not going to do yet, but it's really big, and it seems to have quite a lot on there. It says, oh, it doesn't say how long it is, but I think it was about the same or even more than the little ones. So yeah. Okay, so that I think is all. And then I do have, like I said, I have a watercolor palette that is coming. I think it might like be out for delivery actually, but I just decided it was time to get this done. And so I hope you guys come back for that. I will be making a video, like an unboxing and testing out video for that watercolor palette, and I'll be using my brush and my masking tape and possibly my masking fluid as well. And this here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. So I am also using self-control that I didn't even know that I have, because I have had this for over a week in my hands, and I am so excited to open it up, but I'm not going to do it yet because it's not time yet. I'm only going to open it up when I make an opening, and I'm only going to open it up once I'm ready to do my setup in it. This is going to be my second half of 2025. It's a Typhossi, I think that's how you say it, leaf and texture dot grid notebook, and it's a B6. So it's a lot bigger than my A5, and it's gonna give me a lot more room to do stuff, and it's also not a linen cover. So I'm excited about that, and I'm just so excited to get into it. I cannot wait, but that will have to be in like one of my next videos. So come back I will be using a lot of these supplies. I'll just bring them all back here so you can see them all before we go. I am going to be using a ton of these supplies in this new journal. I feel so excited. I have never been so set up before with supplies as I am now. And don't forget, I will also be doing a series for this where I hope that if I start out awful in this, by the time I get to the back of it, I'll be pretty good. That's my hope. But yeah, this is what I've got going, you guys, for July through December of 2025. All of these things, I am extremely excited. I can't wait to show you guys what I'm going to do with it all. And I'm also just currently brainstorming and deciding on ideas and layouts and everything like that. Oh, and I also haven't showed you this before. I have had this little notebook sitting around for maybe, I don't know, maybe a good 6 months or so that I got just in case I ever didn't have a bullet journal and I needed one to start up. And so this was going to be my second half notebook, but I decided, well, I didn't decide, but we had the unexpected opportunity to bring this back from the US. And so I got it. I wasn't going to. And so now this one I have decided I'm going to set up as my health bullet journal for all kinds of trackers, and it won't be tied down to any certain time range. So I'm just going to use it, and when it's filled up, it'll be done. So that's exciting. Also, if you're interested in seeing how that goes, make sure to subscribe so you can come back to my channel and see it. I'm planning on starting it very, very soon. All right, well, thank you everybody for coming to my channel, for checking this stuff out. I hope to see you all back here really soon. And you know, if you ever have any ideas, chime in, comment down below. Let me know if there's any certain trackers or layouts that you're thinking of that might be a good fit for the things that I'm going to be doing. And thank you all so much for coming. My little helpers here are going to wave goodbye to you all because they just love showing their hands on the videos. Okay, so you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, rest of your night. We will see you guys back here really soon. We love you all, and remember, stay grateful. Goodbye.
Bye.